What's up, my peoples? Guess what? You're watching the GG and JJ show from a campground in Florida. Yes, that's right. I have some cold water here that I desperately need. So, anyway, uh, I have a few things I would like to talk about today. And hopefully, some people join in on this festivities. Um, Let me ask you one question. You can tell I'm stalling for time, but I have this. This is kind of like my decal, my logo. Do you like or dislike how all the letters were made out of bones? I kind of like it, but I think if I transpose that to a shirt, that could create 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 some problems. Um, so I don't know. I'm open for suggestions. And
Well,
then
you'd have to at least put it out there and take it to somebody that's going to do the shirts and stuff. And then if they don't think that it's going to work, then they could tell you. But the biggest thing is to just try it and see what it looks like.
yeah, I'm all down for that. I hear you there. I kind of like that, man, because when they did that, they created that. Kind of told them what I wanted, but when the guy did it and all the bones, I thought that I was like, wow, it was like that was so cool. I just think I'm just worried that if I put that like on a chess logo type thing or something like that, that is it, is the clarity going to be there? But anyway,
I think it'll be there.
oh, hey, Chris is here. Thank you, Chris,
Yeah.
for attending. And then, by the way, I've been negligent on a lot of things. Like this is going to be a full confession, and then we're gonna move on to talk about some cool things. But I think I owe a few people some man cards. And Jason, did you ever get a man card?
I did. In fact, I think after the past few months, I think I need to turn in mine because I have made brownies more than once.
Oh my God! How about your
I know.
dad? Did your dad get one?
My dad did get one. Hey, Dan.
All right. Hey, droning veteran. Hey, it's, so let me tell you just a little bit about what's going on today, because apparently I don't even know what's going on here today. But I just want to say thank you to everybody for just supporting me in my YouTube journey. Um, I really, really am, you know, right. Use the word flabbergasted. That reminds me of a story, but um, man, it's just like I remember, like I forget what it was when I first started YouTube. They tell you not to do this, but I did this because I didn't know to not do this when I started this. But I remember when I started YouTube, I was like, oh my god, I got 3 subscribers. I got 3 follow. I'm like, I was so excited. And then it was like 5, and it was like everybody that I told them to go, you know, follow me. It had nothing to do with like good content or anything like that. And I still don't have good content, but I think you know I can substitute good content with somewhat some entertainment. So this is what you get here at Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. But let me look at my notes. Uh, I got to do one thing here real quick, Jason. Oh, you have
Uh,
a
y-
question?
yeah, I was just going to say you're one step above a train wreck, so I think you're doing all right.
Okay,
And
all right.
and we do have Melinda in the chat.
I love Melinda. She is so awesome. Matter of fact, oh my God, this anchored me today that I realized, oh my God, it's like I've definitely stretched myself too thin, made too many promises, and because of my lifestyle. But Melinda, you definitely have a jar of G Money honey coming to you. Just work with me. Um, I have promised. I don't know if you're going to be at the the Mid America meetup or not, but I'm trying to fulfill a relabeling thing for them and get that out to them. And finances like this next 2 weeks. You hear the woodpecker?
I do.
I love that. That's like I almost just shut up and let Woody talk, because I can't apparently I can't linguist too well. But anyway, Melinda, I appreciate you very much, and I definitely will have some G Money Honey coming to you and some other things, and I appreciate you. But let's get up and are you ready for this, Jason?
I'm all set.
I'm trying not to trip over this obstacle here. Hold on.
Don't trip like people in Burger King.
Don't be tripping on me, bro. Don't be. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me. I know. This is such a beautiful thing, and it's such a funny thing. Oh wait. Whoop. Hold on. Work with me, peoples. I know. What do you see right there?
Well, I see the American flag in the tree.
All right. Let me tell you about this story because this is an American. Can you still see it?
No, you turn it to right there. Yep,
All right,
right
that's
there.
perfect. All right. So there, honestly, I was trying to figure out a way I could represent today's video with the American flag. This is a USA American flag that I purchased at Michael's Arts and Crafts. And ironically, this is so funny. I didn't know how to do this. And I found a circle hook. Somebody had a fishing circle hook embedded
Nice.
in this pool. So anyway, do you have any type of background music or anything we can do today? Or
Absolutely. Here we go.
all right. Sorry, folks. Work with me for a minute. The fire ants were chewing me up, and I'm not too happy about that. I'm so sorry for the. Thank you for doing that, Jason, by the way. Oh my God.
You're welcome.
I'm eating up alive. And oh my God. Look, I'm going to show you my sandal just so you know I'm not making this crap up. Oh my God. I got fire ants all over them.
Did you get that from the Chicago truck driver starter kit?
Oh my God. I don't know where I got it, but daggone it needs to go away. I like this. The funniest thing was, oh my God, that was really bad. I mean, I'm not lying. I'm not trying to be dramatic or anything, but by golly, I showed a couple guys at work. When I say a couple guys, I think I showed 3 or 4 guys at work. We had received a shipment of man, those freaking fire ants are ground cinnamon will deter them and chase them away. So if you're ever camping outdoors, and unfortunately I had to try and go through that patriotic song, pretending like I wasn't in pain. And I'm sorry I exited early. I truly, oh my God, that was hurt.
No, I completely understand that, and I've got a story about fire ants too, because I was down in Dallas and my truck had broke down on the side of the road, right on the 635 interstate, and I was pulled onto the shoulder, and I'm looking underneath the hood, and all of a sudden I feel all these little bites coming up my legs, and I had stand unintentionally on a fire ant hill, and I had fire ants going all the way up my legs.
I did that coming back from a first time trip to Tampa at a casino they had up there, and I really had to do number 1 really bad, and but it was a really long. They had like Jersey barriers there, and when I finally got to the end of it, I pulled over and parked, and tried to take care of the problem, and I apparently did exactly what you just said. Man, these freaking things are all over me. This is not how I wanted this video. Oh my God. But anyway, ground cinnamon, just as a heads up, if you sprinkle that on ant mounds or your campground, oh my God, they're like literally. I didn't want this to go this way. I know. Talk about train wreck station. Oh my God.
Well, do you want to take a minute and go over to the van and try and get that off, and I'll try and entertain everybody while you're gone? Okay.
No, let's just do this because that's how I roll. Because,
okay, go for it.
So anyway, do me a favor if you don't mind, sir.
Yes, sir.
As I scratch and tell me a little bit about don't tell me, but tell us a little bit about Jason Johnson, who he is, what he does, and are you involved in some type of charity? And because there may be some people that are going to watch this video, maybe not live, but in the future. So please tell us what you do and what your passion is.
Well, my name's Jason, and I'm sure that you've heard Gary mention me quite a few times on a lot of his videos. I'm a truck driver. I started YouTube as just a hobby, something to do while I was on the road. I bought some really cheap drones and thought that I was going to take off with this huge drone channel. But over the period of my time down here on YouTube, and I've met a lot of people. I've expanded from just doing drone videos to doing live streams to be doing trucking vlogs. Still keeping drones in the background, but I'm just in the process right now of doing a rebranding of my channel from JJ Drones over to JJ's Lifted Horizons, and okay. I'm rebranding the channel so that it more encompasses what my passion is. And Gary will tell you probably more than anybody, my passion is helping others, especially our veterans. So that is why I have 2 years ago, I created the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity, which is a 501c3 charity. and I started it just because I was involved with Wreaths Across America, and over the period of time that the charity has been, we've expanded from just doing Wreaths Across America to as well as helping out Mission 22 with donations. So, I mean, that's really where my passion lies is helping our veterans, helping other people. And yes, Mr. Gary.
All right, so maybe I was distracted by the ants tearing me up, but did you explain to the people yet what Mission 22 is and or Wreaths Across America? Because I'm so sorry, I'm getting torn up here.
No, it's all right.
I'm trying to maintain
Mission
my composure.
Mission 22 is an organization that goes out and helps out our soldiers when they come back from the battlefield. We lose 22 veterans a day to self-termination. And so their job is to help these veterans find mental help when they get back so that we don't have that issue going further. And Wreaths Across America is an organization that lays wreaths all around the world on our fallen soldiers, whether they are currently deployed or, they were currently deployed when they lost their lives, or whether they're just veterans that died of old age. It doesn't really matter. They will lay a wreath on the grave of that veteran in that veteran cemetery. And I kind of link the two, and I link the two because if we can prevent even one veteran self-termination, that's one less wreath that we have to put on headstones. And over the course of time that we've actually done donations for Wreaths Across America, we were able to fill the Chattanooga Veteran Cemetery at least once. So that was a huge deal for us. And we're going to be starting our fundraising drive here towards the end of May.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I just want to make a clarification. This is not to knock anything you said or anything like that, but I want people to understand the magnitude of how much need is desired for Wreaths Across America. And you said we were able to fulfill, the commitment for the wreaths at Chattanooga whenever it was 2 years ago, whatever it was. And but it wasn't strictly done by the JJ Drones channel. This is people from all over the country, all over the world,
yes,
that are respecting our veterans. So, and Jason, correct me if you probably know the number off the top of your head, but if you times 22 times 365 days, you can figure out what the math would be if veterans were self-terminating. So,
right. Well, and there's always a shortfall for wreaths. So it doesn't matter whether that's Chattanooga or whether it's Arlington. It doesn't matter. There's a shortfall of wreaths on every cemetery. And the one thing that has always hit me hard with Wreaths Across America is how does somebody choose what veteran gets a wreath and which one doesn't? I don't want to be the person that has to make that call.
Yeah, I've asked you that before, and I always felt bad about that because I know somebody has to make the call. And I think if you can share, I'm going to get up and go this way for a minute, but please tell the viewers, I think you had some interaction with some families that wanted to know why they were or weren't, chosen.
Absolutely. And you run into that every year when there's not enough wreaths to go on the headstones. In fact, the last time I was down there in Chattanooga, and I was actually put in charge in helping distribute the wreaths from the back of my truck out to the headstones. And then, there's a process in which they expect the wreaths to go onto the headstones, and they have it all mapped out months before the event even takes place. Now, Wreaths Across America has one day in December. This year it's going to be December 13th, and every cemetery will put the wreaths on the headstones during that time frame. And so they have it all mapped out. It's all laid out in a book so that when you go through and you're laying the wreaths on the headstones, then each one of those wreaths goes exactly where it's supposed to be placed. And then you run into a situation where there's people that just want to take wreaths and put it on the headstones where they want to put it. But you have to explain to them that, you apologize, but, it's already set up to go this certain way. And, it's really hard when you don't have enough wreaths to fill up a cemetery. And I mean, the year that we filled up the cemetery, I talked to quite a few people that were so thankful for all of the donations, not just from J.J. Drones or the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity, but from everybody that donated around the country. It was just our channel that, we're not based in Tennessee. We're based out of Michigan, but we're helping the Chattanooga cemetery because that's the cemetery that I go to. And it just works out well because I want to be able to see, where the money is going and stuff like that. But Wreaths Across America is a great organization. If you would love to donate to them, you can go to the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity's Facebook page. It's just that, Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity. I have a link there, and you can actually click on the link to go to our funding page for Wreaths Across America, and you can actually sponsor wreaths that way. Or I also have a PayPal, which is currently at JJ Drones. You can donate that way on PayPal if you want to donate to the charity, which would be split between Mission 22 and Wreaths Across America, or you can just go to mission22.org. The great thing about this charity is 110%. I say 110% because if there's any fees, I cover them. So 110% of all donations go exactly to Wreaths Across America and Mission 22. There's no money taken by me. Gary is part of the board. He is our director of community outreach. And then we also have Dan, the droning veteran. He is the secretary. And Brian Heckel, he is my vice president. And I couldn't be prouder of this group of guys. And I know that we're going to do great things going forward.
Okay, I'm back, as you can see, and I'm still a little scratchy and itchy on my left my left foot, but I'm going to try and work through it. And I appreciate you filling in there, my friend. I appreciate that.
Not a problem.
So I don't know what you've talked about in my absence, but today officially starts my 4th year on YouTube. Have you talked about that at all?
No, I was waiting for you to do that, but yes, congratulations on your 4th year.
Yeah, it's like let's be real about this. Like, I don't pretend to, if I had your skills or other people's skills, I would probably be at 5, 6, maybe 10,000 subscribers. But one thing I learned about, like, especially in high school sports, especially growing up, you don't always have to be the best athlete. You just have to outwork people, and that's what I've tried to do with YouTube. I figured, like, damn it, like, Jason may be better than me on these things, but I'm going to put out more videos than him. No disrespect to you, or I just use Jason as an example, but I'm going to try and do more random crap, and it's been pretty funny and pretty crazy, like the squirrel videos. I never thought, those are taking off. Like, I love Chief Whitebelly. He's my pal. But I want to do, obviously, I want to do more, get back to like outdoor camping recipes. I'm trying to look at my cheat notes here. And then definitely want to do some more fishing. I haven't, it's crazy if you look at the title of my channel and the fact that I haven't done any like fishing. It's almost insulting to the viewers or the subscribers. So I'm hoping on doing something tomorrow that is unique and different and hopefully entertaining. Let me tell you this is really crazy. I'm going to change midstream here, but I was leaving where I was boondocking yesterday, or yeah, yesterday, and then leaving this morning, and I'm headed towards Milton, and I realized, I had that, Mother Nature's calling, and I needed to number two, basically. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to make it to where I work, which was, I don't know, 500 yards away or whatever it was. So let me pull into Burger King. I know this is going to sound like, I know you're probably shaking your head, Jake. This is my mentor, by the way. Everybody, this is my mentor. He tells me not to talk about digestive disorders. This is real. This is my life. So anyway, so I'm feeling like I'm in an emergency situation. And so I kind of like hustle through the front door of Burger King, get to the back room, and they only have one men's room stall, unlike a ladies' room stall. And I see this homeboy like just laid out, taking a nap, or either taking a nap, he's dead, or he overdosed or something. And I was like, oh crap, I can't crap there, So I'm like, oh my God. So I run back out, and the lady's like, how can we help you? I'm like, first of all, get the dude out of the crapper, you know what I mean? Like there's something going on over there. And then I was like, I gotta go. I don't have time to order. So I leave and I get to the store where I work, and hopefully that made you laugh, but that's a true story. That's how I started out my day. So I don't know if the dude overdosed or just trying to catch a couple Z's, but um, so let me. I'm glad I wrote some notes for once, but I'm very, very happy to report. Allegedly, the veterans tributes will be coming back to Milton, Florida, on the light poles and stuff like that. Around, those will be coming back around Memorial Day weekend, as I've been told. So once I know that has actually happened and I can confirm it, then I would love to report more dedication type tributes. I also want to find a way to be able to broadcast a better ceremony when they do it on Memorial Day at the Milton Santa Rosa. I forget what the exact title is of that location, but I do want to do something better. It was kind of hard because so many people, I was set up and people didn't respect that you had a camera or a tripod, so many people were walking in front of me, and so I think now I could probably do it better if I did it via StreamYard, because I only had a short period of time. I'm thinking about perhaps attaching like a beach umbrella to the tripod to give it some type of shade with some type of tape or ace bandage or something like that. But I definitely want to get better footage. And last year's ceremony was tremendous. So I I don't know what more I want to say. I know I'm going to forget things, but I appreciate like all my friends like Jason and Dan and Brian and Chris and so many other people, Melinda, and I always bust nuggets on Robert Crow Jr. and stuff like that. But these are all good friends of mine. And the craziest thing, this is the craziest thing about YouTube. I would take a bullet for any one of those individuals. I've never met them in person. That's the beauty of I don't know if that's beauty or the power of YouTube, whatever you
I'd
want to
say more
call
the
it.
power of YouTube, yeah. Because I mean, I feel like I've known you for years, Gary. I mean, we've been friends for, in fact, I remember the day that we actually met on YouTube. Haley and I were fishing out on the pontoon boat, and when you came in for the first time, I was like, holy crap. The name just kind of came out of left field, and I was like, wow, okay. But then I got to know you, and to know Gary is to love Gary because he's a great guy, always helping out people, always there with the golden hat hooks and everything else. So Gary has been a great friend, and I'm glad that I got to meet him. And there's not much bad that I can say about Gary other than the fact that he lives in Florida because I'd like to hang out with him a lot.
Can I share my
Go
terms of
ahead.
telling you about my bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bad linguist. I'm bad YouTuber, but I have some badass friends, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Amen, brother.
So,
Chris wanted to remind people that if you donate to the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity, that it is tax deductible. And Dan said, don't forget to say, here, fishy, fishy. And I wanted to put my 2 cents in saying that if you watch our Blinker Flu of the Week segments every week on during the live streams, it's actually Gary trying to get to the bathroom in pretty much most of those videos where people are driving like crap.
yeah, don't. Why you gotta say like crap? Like when you use my name, like, dude, I have a digestive disorder. It's not funny, man. Like, let's deal with. Let me let's change the topic. Let me tell you about this log. You remember
Yes,
this auger project
I
that I
do.
tried to do? The
Yes.
green log that whipped my ass. Well, anyway, last weekend when I was here at the same exact campground, same fire pit, yeah, I tried to. I figured I could burn that auger out of there, but apparently Mother Nature and the lightning and thunder had different plans. Uh, so I'm going to try and re-strategize, and eventually I'm going to burn this damn auger out of this log because that was a failed project. And you know, if you're not trying on YouTube, if you're not failing and trying, just ain't trying. It's all I can tell you. So, but there is always a solution. Like for me, today it's going to be fire in the hole. We're going to get that auger out. And do you have anything else you want to say, Jason? Because obviously I'm just rambling.
The only thing that I wanted to say is thank you to everybody that came in tonight. Definitely hit the like and the subscribe button if you haven't already, and let Gary know what you think about his his channel. Especially congratulate him on 4 years because 4 years of hustling. And let me tell you, he had me do a video for his channel a couple of years ago when I think it was your 2 year, and you had hundreds of videos to go through. So the amount of videos that are out there have just expanded exponentially. So he has definitely does the work. There's no doubt about that. And anytime that I need his help with my channel, anytime that he needs help with his channel, we're always there for each other. And that's a great thing about this YouTube community. Like Chris, Dan, everybody that has been a part of my YouTube journey has pretty much been in the same circle as Gary. And we all help each other out, and we're all really, really good friends. And you know, if nothing else ever came out of YouTube, all I could say is that I have some of the best friends on the planet because you guys are always step up every step of the way.
Yeah, it's like I want to kind of expand on that if you don't mind. Man, it's just like literally I feel I don't words can't even express how I feel about my YouTube friends. Like literally, like I feel like this is gonna sound BS crazy, but I feel like we've always sat down at a a restaurant table, shared a couple cold drinks or whatever, shared a meal, and just known each other forever. But in fact, I don't know how far Utah is away from me, but I know it's not too damn close. And then Wisconsin, and then we got Brian in and he said country and stuff like that. So it's just crazy. It's just like I often like wonder like why has this happened? Why am I friends with these strangers? You know,
Knuckleheads is what you called us earlier, by the way.
well, knuckleheads is probably the most proper word I can use on this live stream. But I would, you know, there's another word I could use, starts with an A and
Yes.
ends with an E. But
Yes.
anyway, man, it literally is crazy. It's like, and you know what? You know, I'm gonna sound greedy right now, but I want more of that. I want more of that because the more people you can reach out to, the more people can share their lives to you, the more you're going to learn. Like I'm in preparations. Like I, I don't even know if I can do this video tonight because I'm down to 48% charge on my phone. But I want to do a cooking recipe tonight, and I want to do shout out a YouTube channel that gave me some good advice. Not gave me, but gave his viewers good advice. And it's just like I call it YouTube University for a reason because you can learn a lot of good stuff. I mean, not everything can be factual on YouTube. Like I even had fire ants crawling up the side of my head.
Oh,
But
jeez.
yeah. So anyway, I thank you guys for tuning in today. I feel like I forgot so much, but basically, I thank you. We're starting year 4. If my vehicle holds out, which is always sus number one, if that holds out, then hopefully we're going to have some different things happening in the future. If it dies, then you know I probably die too. But anyway, I appreciate you guys so much, and Melinda, I appreciate you. Probably you're not probably you are my number one uh, supporter, and I definitely owe you. So you definitely gonna have some G Money Honey coming your way, and I'm trying to fulfill an order to the meetup in what do they call that? Mid America meetup. 10 Killer just passed. I wasn't able to help them on the meetup and send them some stuff. So Mike from MT Homestead was able to get 20 or 20. I think he got 25 hat hooks. I think Adam from Freezer Bound Outdoors. I can never remember his channel's name. I don't know why he got 20 hat hooks with their thing coming up in June. But I do need to get the honey out, and it's just kind of like a thank you and something unusual. Hopefully, people like it. It it's not normal, and because I don't do a whole lot of normal crap in my life anyway. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to Melinda and everybody else, and appreciate you guys. If you have anything else to say, Jason, or you want to end it with God bless America or anything like that, I'm okay with that.
I just want to thank Melinda, Chris from Shade Tree, Dan, the droning veteran, and anybody that's been here today. Thanks for coming in and checking out Gary's live stream today. And thank you, Gary, for inviting me on. I do appreciate it. And hey, hunting and stuff. I think Gary is just getting ready to close us out. So let's close it out with a little bit of God Bless America, shall we? Or not God Bless America, but America the Beautiful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in to Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. I love you guys, and hopefully we can bring you better content in the future. And man, I just love you guys. I don't know what more I could say. Sorry I had issues with the ants and stuff like that, but you guys are the best. I love YouTube and I love you guys. Thank you. Stay patient. We're gonna make things happen. Remember, let nature soothe your soul.